Tyler and Clint for the iHeartPodcast Network, interviewing Chance Bartels. And you were a zombie on Walking Dead, is that correct?
That's right. I auditioned back in the first season for Zombie School, and it was an incredible experience. Greg Nicotero judged everybody. They had 3 days of sessions. They had about 30 to 35 people per class.
And can you walk us through a little bit what Zombie School is like?
Well, it's quite an experience. It's an audition like none other. You have an obstacle course. They would set up chairs and have you navigate around them.
I want to let you know, Sam Payne is walking outside for a minute, but he will be back. All right, Sam.
Mom, shoot our video.
Yeah.
We're rolling.
Anyway, go on.
Sorry, my dad's drunk.
Yeah, they had an obstacle course, and basically they told us to act like we're walking out of a bar at 4 a.m.
Which I'm very familiar with.
Me too. And so there was also video that we saw of some classic George Romero films, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. This was in the beginning, you know.
Part of the training class.
They wanted, you're right, and they wanted to emphasize they want slower moving, more ominous walkers than in some of the more modern incarnations where the walkers had speed and agility and manual dexterity.
Right.
And then we also got a 3-page document written by writers of the show that educated us on how a walker is to behave, what they can, what they cannot do, et cetera, et cetera. It's pretty awesome.
Okay.
So were you ever tempted to play Hooky for Zombie School?
Oh, no way, man. This was a really big deal for me at the time. And, you know, you're judged based on your look, and I don't have the best look because they really wanted walkers like in the Robert Kirkman comic book, you know, tall and thin. But if you had a pretty decent performance, then you squeak by.
Yeah.
So in my case, it was the performance, not necessarily the look. But of course, I mean, the K&B effects guys, they've won Emmy year after year since The Walking Dead started because they know what they're doing. They're the best in the business. So they can make anyone look terrifying. As long as your movements are kosher, you can pull it off, especially with their award-winning makeup.
Tell us.
Speaking of, can you take us through the makeup process?
Well, there's different stages. If you're what they call a hero walker, that means that you're more prominently seen. So you have the prosthetics, you have the contact lenses, you have the gashes, you have all sorts of different elements. That's, you know, takes a bit of time. You know, can take hours in the makeup chair. And then you have mid-range, and then you have deep background. And they still make up, you know, all these different performers based on what's required for them in that scene. But it's just, it's much more detailed if you're a hero walker. Like one of my favorites, the bicycle girl.
Oh, yeah.
Melissa Cowan from the pilot. You know, they had to do extensive work on her. I mean, you've probably seen online or read in different magazines the process she had to go through. She had to go on her very first plane ride to L.A. to get a body cast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was the first time she'd ever been on a plane before.
Never.
Yep.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Where do you keep your diploma?
Well, we didn't get a diploma, but I still have the writer's guide that they gave me, so that's pretty much like my diploma.
Really? Did you frame
3-page
it?
document. No,
No.
I just have it in a binder. And some of my other mementos from different sets that I've worked on.
Excellent.
Did you watch any footage of like JFK to prepare to get shot in the head, or?
No, nothing quite that dark. I would consider myself method. You know, when I knew I was going to be on set, I would listen to spooky music and actually practice different moves because there's been so many walkers that drag their foot. You know, you have to
Right.
mix it
You wanna
up.
do something
you know?
different, yeah.
And then, you know, I got scolded a couple times for doing what we call the claw. You know, and after a while, the claw gets a little monotonous. And, you know, this is a cutting-edge show.
Really?
So you want to definitely always bring something original to your performance each and every time.
Okay.
Because there's so many more unique and different and more like the comic book type that want to be on the show. So the competition's fierce for us performers that want to return to the show and bring something different each and every time so we can up our game.
Go ahead.
Have you only done the one episode, or have you gone?
No,
back and done several?
I worked on 6 episodes thus far. Worked on the pilot from the beginning. Didn't do anything too special except eat a horse in that one, Rick's horse.
Did you really?
Took him down. We had, well, I can't let in on
Bastards, they won't let you
There
do
was a
anything.
Humane Society representative on set at all times, so I can assure you that no real horse was harmed at any time. But it does. I'll say this: the stuff we had in our mouth, it tasted a little like chicken, like
Really?
barbecue chicken.
So
yeah.
what's the difference? Why did they just let you eat a horse?
Well, the fun part was eating the intestines, and those were cotton candy tasting condoms, basically.
You were eating
Now,
condoms?
I like the cotton candy, not necessarily the condom. The cotton candies.
Okay.
That was was fun.
It's been a long time since I've eaten a condom of any kind.
So it's the texture, not the flavor.
There you go.
Yeah. What was it like for your family? They had to live with the zombie for a little while.
Oh, well, I don't have any little ones yet, but my lady friend, she didn't like it much.
No.
You have to take several showers. The makeup comes off pretty easily,
Okay.
but you still have to bathe a couple times. Especially, I don't think I'm giving away any secrets. I think this has been revealed before, but a lot of times the makeup guys will put conditioner in your hair to make it look really, really gross and sticky, and then they don't give you any water. So take a
just have
few
to sit with it.
shampoos to get all that conditioner out of your hair.
Right.
You know, and I'm not complaining. I mean, I do it in a heartbeat all over again. Each and every time, it's no strain, no pain. But I'm just giving you an example of.
Well, it's typically like really hot when you guys shoot too, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, when I first started, they did it it was like the summertime, you know, we started in June. So in Atlanta, it's very humid, very hot,
Sticky.
all the time, yes. And it's very miserable. But now they have more episodes. In the first season, there was only 6 episodes. Second one, there was 13. Third season, there's 16, and there's going to be 16 for season 4.
Okay.
So they're shooting more and more. So what's kind of neat is you're not just dealing with the heat, you're also dealing with the fall coolness as well, because they shoot all the way up until just before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
That's when they wrap. So they're going to start next week. So it'll be early May, all the way through November.
Have you been contacted about returning this
Not
season?
yet. No, not yet. I hope to, but I have not heard anything officially, and I don't think I will. I'm working on another project right now that I can't really talk about.
Okay.
I've already worked 7 days on this. It's a motion picture, a big motion picture. It's going to be out right before Christmas time, the holiday season. It's a comedy.
When can we know?
Well,
Where can we go to
Where
find
can we go
out
to find
when
out?
you can tell?
let's just say that the main character's favorite color is burgundy, if that gives you a hint. But it's a hilarious comedy
Thor.
with an ensemble cast. Yeah, that's it, Thor. And I'm really excited to be a part of it. And you guys are going to laugh your asses off when you see this movie. It's going to top the first one.
Fantastic,
It's gonna be
man.
phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for your time.
Ah, my pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Nice meeting you.
Likewise.
All right.
Have a great day.
What does Norman Reedus smell like?
He smells better than he looks.